Welcome, fellow freaks, geeks, and nostalgic peeps, to my channel, Simon Slashers, where, yeah, we talk about everything from 80s and 90s nostalgia to horror movies and books and beyond. But today, I'm super excited to be talking about movies once again. And specifically, I'm going to be talking about holiday horror movies, winter horror movies, as well as just a few regular old Christmas/holiday movies as well. Just a few of those thrown in there. But without further ado, this video is about flipping my 31 movies I want to watch in December leading up to and beyond Christmas. Alright guys, let's go to the short intro. When we come back, I will go through all of the films! Welcome back, guys! I have got my festive Krampus shirt on for a reason, because I may or may not be mentioning the Krampus movie. Stay tuned to find out if that movie is on my list or not, but spoiler, I guess you might have assumed it is on my list since I'm saying this. And you're right, but we will get there when we get there. First, I do want to remind everyone before I get into the movies real quick that I do have a holiday free online event that you can participate in. You can participate on your own with using my principles and prompts, or you can join a community and become a part of everything because I do have a Discord. We also have an Instagram channel for this event, and it is a holiday themed event, but you don't have to read or watch holiday-themed things, and you don't even have to read or watch horror. But if you are into thematic seasons like I am, you can partake in being thematic, which is what I'm gonna do, but it's designed so that you literally can do whatever you want. You can even mood read, or you can mood watch. It is non-denominational, so you don't have to celebrate Christmas to participate, but the event is called Holiday.
Hellathon!
And again, it is free and open to everybody. I will link the link tree with literally all of the things you need, like the Discord link, the Instagram link, etc., the Google Drive, and all of that jazz. And in addition, I will also link my announcement video in case you missed it. I really truly think that tons of people would love this event, especially those who don't participate in those kinds of events because they're more of watchers than readers. But guys, if you're interested at all, you do not have to read one book, even though a lot of these events are just called readathons. Mine, it's like a readathon, but there's a watching element, and you can just do the watching element, or you can do watching and activities, or you can do all three and add in reading. It doesn't matter. Whatever you want to do, please join us, because I think you'll have a lot of fun. I truly think that. Enough with that darn housekeeping. It is time to get our jingle jangle jingle on. What does it even mean? But whatever, we're gonna do it. I've got my little list, and it is little. Legit, it's little, because I don't know why it printed out this way. But anyway, let's go through some movies. I actually already have watched one of the 31 movies, and that is Thanksgiving. And this movie was released in 2023. We did, I think, rent it on Prime, my boyfriend and I, when we watched it. This one was so fun. I thought the kills were super creative. I was very happy with this movie. Now, don't go in thinking it's going to be great acting, because, you know, it's still kind of a cheesy movie at the heart of it, but I think it knew what it was, and it embraced what it was supposed to be. Hence the over-the-top kills. Literally, my boyfriend and I laughed out loud at times because the kills were just so outrageous and ridiculous, but in a good way. So, like, they were awesome, but at the same time ridiculous, so you couldn't help but laugh, if that makes sense. So that one I'm gonna give a 4-star rating to. And that was the first movie on my list, and I already checked it off, and it was literally a week before Thanksgiving, so I say that it counted. It was like kind of preparing me a week ahead of time for Thanksgiving.
With some Thanksgiving. Yeah.
Whatever. Next movie I hope to get to, November. The movie is called November, and it is from 2017. You can find this on Canopy to stream, or you can rent it anywhere like Amazon, YouTube, any kind of place like that where you can rent to stream digitally. The movie description says, in a poor Estonian village, a group of peasants use magic and folk remedies to survive the winter, and a young woman tries to get a young man to love her. So this one's more of winter-based horror, so you'll see a lot of winter stuff here, not just Christmas horror and not just Christmas stuff, but some wintry things as well, because I do plan on taking this marathon past Christmas time to all the way the end of December, and I also plan on starting right before December begins, so I have already started, clearly. So yeah, this is supposed to be kind of a diverse list that I can watch from now till the end of the year. Next up, it is a holiday-themed movie, but not a Christmas movie. Apparently, this is a Thanksgiving movie, and some of my friends, they're like, oh, I cannot believe you haven't seen this. You've got to watch it. Cranberry sauce, cranberry sauce. I don't know. I know my friend Cameron loves this movie. Check out his channel over at Library Macabre. And the movie is Blood Rage, but it's also known under the name Nightmare at Shadow Woods. The movie is from 1987. It's a slasher of sorts, so I've heard. I can only find this on YouTube. I can't find it streaming anywhere or available to rent anywhere, but you can kind of find it. You know, I don't think it's supposed to be on YouTube, but shh, don't tell. It's fine. Whatever. Anyway, it is 82 minutes long, and the description says, twins. Todd and Terry seem like sweet boys. That is, until one axes a patron at a local drive-in. It sounds like it's going to be a really interesting Thanksgiving type of movie, and I am ready. Fourth movie on the list, Pontypool from 2008. This one's available on Shudder if you have that subscription service. It is about 97 minutes long, and from the description, I got the gist that it was a zombie movie, but a zombie movie with a cold setting. Sign me up. I'm excited. I know my friend Kat likes zombies, so I'm surprised she didn't put this one on her list, but she might not have realized that it was zombie related. If you want to look forward to more movie content from me, stay tuned because I will be having chats about movies, specifically horror movies for sure, with my friend Kat over at the channel Kat's Novel Adventures. Check out her channel. She is awesome and she loves movies just like I do. Alright, number 5, we've got Christmas Bloody Christmas. I don't know, I was trying to be like Ollie from the channel Criminale with my accent, but it didn't work. This movie is from 2022. You can find it streaming on Shudder. It is about 87 minutes long. It's Christmas Eve, and Tori just wants to get drunk and party. But when a robotic Santa Claus at a nearby toy store goes haywire and begins a rampant killing spree through her small town, she's forced into a battle for survival. And a movie that I haven't seen fully, but of course I know the most famous scene from, is Silent Night, Deadly Night 2. Of course I know about
Garbage Day!
Anyway, there's some great spoofs online that I found, like, gosh, 15 years ago? At least 10 years ago, maybe more. There are great spoofs where people have done stuff like, talk like a pirate day, arg! And then they shoot off like a, I don't know what they shoot off, like a fake pirate gun. I know there's a St. Patty's Day one, which is probably my favorite, where a leprechaun comes out of nowhere and he's supposed to be the guy who says Garbage Day, but instead he goes, yeah, St. Patty's Day! And he goes, and he like disappears. I'm excited to watch the full thing. My friend Andrew's gonna do a double feature of this movie and the next one I'm gonna talk about, and you'll see why they go together. So just to wrap it up, Silent Night, Deadly Night Part 2 is from 1987, and you can find it on Shudder. It's about 88 minutes long. Guys, don't forget, the Discord's a great place not only to meet people in the community, make friends, have fun discussions, share what you're doing, watching, reading, whatevs. It's also a great place to watch movies together. So you don't have to pay for the movie. You don't have to play the movie on your own device. You join into a voice channel and we play the movie for you and you just watch along and chat with us. So it's a little bit different in that a lot of other Discords play movies in a different way. You have to have the movie available yourself. We do it different. So if you want to freaking watch movies with us, join the Discord. It's a lot of fun. So the second movie of the double feature is Silent Night, Deadly Night 5, The Toy Maker from 1991. You can find this on Tubi. It's about 86 minutes long, and I already have seen this. However, I put it on my list originally because I didn't remember seeing it. However, my friend Andrew was like, you watched that last year. I'm like, did I? And then everybody was like, yeah, Kelsey, don't you remember? And I'm like, I'm losing my mind. What's wrong with me? Why can't I remember my own life? Anyway, once they kind of described what happened in the movie, I was like, oh yeah, Mickey Rooney. Yes, I remember. But I could have sworn to you before that, just looking at the poster, I didn't watch it last year. That's why I put it on this year's list. Anyway, I'm excited to rewatch it. I remember having a blast with it. It is very cheesy, both of the movies, I'm sure. 2 and 5. So just be aware if you are going to join in. On to movie number 8, which is more of a Christmas movie, not horror related. And this movie is Arthur Christmas from 2011. You can rent this on Amazon and it's about 97 minutes long. I'm not going to go into details on some of the movies in terms of synopses because some of these are kind of familiar to people. I think Arthur Christmas is one of those. The next movie on my list is a newer movie coming out this year, and I'm hoping it'll be in theaters in the next couple of weeks so I could check it out in time for this marathon, and that is Dear Santa. I don't know why I said it like that. I almost said Satan, which I think is kind of the premise of the movie in a way. You'll see in a second when I read the description, but this stars Jack Black, and that's really all I need to know. I love Jack Black. School of Rock is one of my favorite movies of freaking all time. But the legend of the rant was way hardcore! Anyway, I freaking love School of Rock. It's so good. I could quote that movie so much. I've seen it so many times. But Jack Black, sign me up. And this one just seems so fun. When a young boy mails his Christmas wish list to Santa with one crucial spelling error, a devilish Jack Black arrives to wreak havoc on the holidays! Because I think he accidentally spells it like Satan, which is great. So I guess he's evil. I love it. Alright, number 10, The Christmas Chronicles, another plain Christmas movie, no horror involved. This is from 2018. It is on Netflix. It is over 100 minutes long, clocking in at about 104 minutes. This stars my boy, Kurt Russell, and I'm really excited to see it. I've been meaning to watch it for years. Will this be the year I get to it? I guess we'll see. Siblings Kate and Teddy try to prove Santa Claus is real, but when they accidentally cause his sleigh to crash, they have to save Christmas. Aww. Next, another movie I've been meaning to get to for quite a few years, and that is Dial Code Santa Claus from 1989. This is kind of Home Alone-esque, apparently, but not as good as Home Alone. I love Home Alone, so I'm a little biased, but I've heard that from a lot of people who've seen this movie in terms of comparing it to Home Alone. This you can find on Shudder. It is 88 minutes long, and the description says, home alone with his invalid grandfather on Christmas Eve, Thomas is forced to face a department store Santa Claus who is, in fact, a deranged escapee from a nearby asylum. So I'm guessing he has to protect his house. Almost like he is Home Alone, but he's not, but kind of the same concept. I am excited, and I hope I like it. Next up, we've got an animated movie. It is a holiday movie, but it is not horror. We've got 8 Crazy Nights from 2002. I've never seen this before, and this is available on Paramount Plus and AMC Plus. It is 76 minutes long, so pretty short. And of course, this has the voice stylings of your boy, Adam Sandler. He's really not your boy. I guess he could be my boy or anybody's boy, but whatevs. Davy Stone, a 33-year-old party animal, finds himself in trouble with the law after his wild ways go too far. 8 days like Hanukkah, 8 Crazy Nights. I love this song, the Hanukkah song that Adam Sandler had on SNL, where he's like, 8 crazy nights. That's my Adam Sandler impersonation. Anyway, I can't do it, but it was kind of close, maybe. Number 13, a classic, and it's a rewatch for me, and it is not a horror movie, but it is an action movie, and in my opinion, it is a Christmas movie. You can argue and disagree, that is okay if you don't think it's Christmas-y. I do. It is Die Hard from 1988. You could find it on Hulu, AMC Plus, Peacock. It's 132 minutes long. Yippee-ki-yay, mother... Number 14, I just added this at the last minute. I decided to add this on as a rewatch because I love this movie so much. My friend Kat had it on her list. I saw it on her list. I was creeping and peeping. I'm kind of like Santa Claus 2.0 in that I do like to creep and peep, but not to say if people are naughty or nice, just because I like to creep and peep. It makes me sound like a psycho, but I just mean it in a fun way, I guess. But anyway, on her list, when I was looking at it, I saw she had Black Christmas. So she was going to rewatch it, so I was like, why don't I rewatch it too? So Black Christmas, the original from 1974. There are remakes. I've seen a few of the remakes, but I love the original. You can find this on Prime, Shudder, Tubi. It is 98 minutes long. And essentially, we've got residents of a sorority house. They prepare for the festive season, and as they do so, a stranger begins a series of obscene phone calls, and he's got dubious intentions. Next up, you can't beat this, you little trout sniffer. It's Home Alone 2, Lost in New York, my favorite Home Alone. Yes, I like it better than the first movie. It is a classic. I would legit die if I ever met Macaulay Culkin. I was pretty close to having met him once at a wrestling convention, but I chickened out, and I didn't even go to his talk or, approach, and I could have. I regret it to this day. But I probably would have been too scared to say anything. He's truly one of my favorite actors, probably because I love Home Alone 2 so much specifically, but whatever. Merry Christmas, you filthy animal, and a Happy New Year! He doesn't say it like that, but anyway, I love that movie, and Tim Curry just makes it. There's a lot of things that make it. It's very quotable, and I probably will play this on the Discord as a watch party. So if you want to watch it too, during Holiday Hell, my little readathon, watchathon event, join the Discord if you want to join us for that watch party, because I guarantee you I will probably play it as a watch party. And another rewatch for me, and this one is horror related, it's Christmas Evil from 1980. And you could find this on Prime, Tubi, and it is 94 minutes long. I have been known to defend this movie to the death. No, I haven't really dueled anyone to the death, but would I over this movie? Possibly. No. I did have a fun little debate with my friend Kat, who I've mentioned before in this video, about the merits of Christmas Evil as a movie. She did not like it. However, I did convince her to bump up her rating a little bit when we had a discussion about it. After the first year we watched it again, had a little contest about is it good, is it bad, and who agreed with who in terms of what viewers agreed with me that it was good, who agreed with Kat that it wasn't good, and it was a lot of fun. I was emotionally devastated after my boyfriend may or may not have disagreed with me about the movie and may have agreed with someone else. But anyway, we're not gonna rehash old wounds and reopen old wounds, whatever you want to say. That is the past. And the past was in the past. But what isn't in the past is my love for this movie, because I love it, and I'm watching it again for like the 5th year in a row. And I probably will do this as a watch party. I do want to clarify, this is not a slasher film. It was pitched as a slasher film. The trailer, the description, and the poster makes it seem like a slasher film. You will be disappointed if you go in thinking it's going to be an action-paced, kill-heavy movie. It is not. It is very much a psychological horror movie and a look at a man who is basically losing his mind. And it's really more about that than killing, because there's really not that much killing and violence in the movie, but it is a very interesting character study, and for some reason I just love that part of it. It's really well acted, and there's just something about the movie that resonates with me. It's kind of artsy too, and a little strange, and a little whimsical. There's a little magical realism in it. If you've seen it before, you know what I mean. I will try not to go on too much longer about this, because I could just go on all day. When Kat and I had our follow-up chat about this movie where we asked people to pick sides, I watched so much stuff in terms of all the bonus features on the special edition Blu-ray, and I took so many notes. I researched about this movie. I had so many tidbits. I love this movie, so clearly I can talk about it for a long time, but I'm cutting myself off here. We're gonna go kind of quick over the next couple. There are holiday movies. The next one is Fat Man from 2020, and you can find this on Peacock. It's 100 minutes long. This is a rewatch for me. It is an action movie, not really a horror movie, and I really like it because it's a unique take on Santa and Mrs. Claus, and it's also really, really fun and out there and not serious. A kid puts a hit on Santa because he gets a lump of coal. And Santa's a real thing in this movie, and he's trying to keep his business afloat because he actually gets paid to do what he does, and he's got to try to keep doing what he does, and it's all very, just in my opinion, a little interesting and a little unique, and I'm excited to rewatch it. And the reason I chose to rewatch it is because my boyfriend really likes the movie, and he said he would be up for rewatching it, and my friend Kat is putting it on her list, and so I thought if we both watch it, her for the first time, me for a second time, we could probably talk about it in our upcoming future after December is over, holiday horror movie chat / movie chat in general. Next up, How the Grinch Stole Christmas, a classic. I don't need to explain the plot. It's from 1966. You can find this on Peacock, and it is a short and sweet 26 minutes long. Yes! And another rewatch, another holiday themed thing, Pee-wee's Playhouse Christmas Special. Pee-wee's Christmas, Merry Merry Christmas. Pee-wee's Christmas, Merry Merry Christmas. Oh, it's Christmas in the Playhouse, and we're gonna have a lot of fun. Merry Christmas, everybody. Merry Christmas, Pee-wee's Christmas, Merry Merry Christmas. Pee-wee's Christmas, Merry Merry Christmas. Oh my god. Kelsey Karaoke, everyone hates it. No one actually has ever said they hated it, but you have to be out of your mind to actually like it, because it's bad. I don't care, I'm sorry. When Kelsey gets in the festive mood, I stop being Kelsey, and I start being Kelsey Kringle. So I apologize for Kelsey Kringle. One of the things Kelsey Kringle likes to do is to do Kelsey Karaoke, and have bad singing sessions like that. But this Special is one of my favorites. I watched it with my dad so many different times. Maybe I'll watch it with my dad this year, or maybe I'll play it as a watch party. We'll have to wait and see. You can find it on Prime and on Tubi. I think last year it was not streaming, so it is streaming this year. It's from 1988, and it's only 49 minutes long. Another short and sweet little classic special. Alright, and now we're segueing into more winter horror versus holiday themed movies. So we've got Dead of Winter from 1987. A fledgling actress is lured to a remote mansion for a screen test, soon discovering she is actually a prisoner in the middle of a blackmail plot. My friend Andrew, over at the channel It Came From The Page, check out his channel. Lots of good recs when it comes to movies and trashy books, and non-trashy books too, but he warned me that this is a little bit of a slow burn. I'm okay with that. I don't mind slow burns. So I'm still intrigued to watch it. This is from 1987. You could find it on Pluto TV and Tubi, and it is 100 minutes long. Next up, another movie that has some kind of connection to Andrew. He played this for his Patreon members earlier this year, but I missed the watch party, but they all said it was zany, it was fun, and that is Frostbiter, Wrath of the Wendigo. And this is from 1995. You can find it on Prime, only 91 minutes long. A duo of gun-happy redneck hunters stupidly break a sacred circle in a hunting spree, which releases the deadly Wendigo. Alright, 10 more movies to go through. Cold Pursuit from 2019. This you could find on Netflix. It's 119 minutes long, so a little bit longer. It says, a grieving snowplow driver seeks out revenge against a drug dealer who killed his son. Troll Hunter from 2010. You could find this on Max. It's 103 minutes long. A group of students investigates a series of mysterious bear killings, but learns that there are much more dangerous things going on. This one sounds really good, and I've heard really great things about that one in particular. Next up, A Simple Plan from 1998. This is on Fubo, Paramount Plus. It's 121 minutes long, so over 2 hours, but I'm still excited about it. I think this is based off of a book that I think Crystal, my friend from the channel Fiber Artsy, and Ali from Criminali read recently, but I don't know if it's the same thing. I think it is. This is from 1998. Sometimes good people do evil things, says the tagline, and it's about this plan to try to get/keep all of this money. Next up, a movie that I probably will butcher the name for. Let's see if I can sound it out and not fail completely. I'm bad at pronunciation if you're new here. Apologize. It is what it is. Hagazusa from 2017. We're gonna go with that. It is on Prime, Freevee, Tubi, and Vudu, 102 minutes long. After the loss of her tormented mother, the erratic behavior of a 15th century woman living in an isolated mountain village becomes a threat. Movie number 26 on my list, The Sacrifice Game from 2023. This is on Shudder, AMC Plus. It is 99 minutes long, and this one does take place around the holidays, Christmas break, 1971, 2 students who are staying behind for the holidays at their boarding school must survive the night after the arrival of uninvited visitors. And next, it is a favorite, so I recommend this. Not only am I talking about it because I'm going to rewatch it, but I truly think everyone should watch this movie, especially if you don't mind a slow burn. I think it's got great, building dread, and it's also got wonderful cold winter vibes, a little tiny guest appearance by Dee Wallace. We're talking about like a 2-minute guest appearance, but still, I love Dee Wallace, and I will take any excuse to shout her name from the rooftops because she is just so lovely. This is The House of the Devil from 2009. One of the best parts about the movie is that it seems like a retro movie, but it was made in the 2000s. That's one of the reasons why you should love the movie. Another reason why, great acting, awesome cold vibes, like I said, and all of the other great attributes that I lightly mentioned. It is available on Peacock, Shudder, Tubi, Prime. I have it on Blu-ray. Recently, I just got like this special edition copy. It is 95 minutes long, and I'll give you the synopsis for those who don't know about it. In 1983, financially struggling college student Samantha takes a strange babysitting job that coincides with a full lunar eclipse. And it's not your typical babysitting job, I'll just say that. Another horror movie rewatch for me, The Shining, the Stanley Kubrick version, which not everyone loves this version, but I do. It's one of my favorite horror movies of all time, much like The House of the Devil. This one you can rent, I own it. It is from 1980, and it is a long one, coming in at 144 minutes long, and it's probably the longest on my list. But I always enjoy rewatching it, and that might be actually the last movie I decide to watch for the year, because I think that could be a good way to close out the year. And for my 2025 journal spread in January, I'm going to do a whole Shining theme. So I think it'll be kind of a cool way to gear myself up for January by watching The Shining as my last movie of this holiday hell movie marathon that I'm doing. Next up, I wanted to add an Italian movie on my list, so I was searching for either Italian horror or giallo movies specifically that had a cold vibe or that took place around the holidays. Now, I know Deep Red, directed by one of my favorite directors, Dario Argento, has a lot of Christmas imagery. I just rewatched that movie in July, and I probably will rewatch it again next year, probably for Christmas time. I'm going to give myself a little gap, so I'm not going to watch that one. So I tried to find another one, and this movie came up. Does it really have cold vibes? I honestly don't know. If you've seen it, please let me know. Is this correct? Does it have winter vibes, or am I setting myself up for disappointment? Either way, I've heard great things about the movie itself. Regardless, if it doesn't have winter vibes, I will still keep it on the list. And that is The Fifth Chord from 1971. You could find this on Tubi, Roku Channel, AMC Plus, Vudu. It is 93 minutes long. It says, a maverick, heavy drinking journalist pursues a killer who is targeting acquaintances of his, and he gets involved in the investigation. My next pick is not really a movie, it's more of a short. Literally, it comes in at 8 minutes long. You can't find it really streaming. You can only find it if you Google it on YouTube. I have it bookmarked in a playlist. That's how I'm gonna watch it. It's called The Snowman, and apparently this is a creepy little snowman themed short about an evil snowman, or he seems evil. I don't know the deets. It's from 1932. I'm just eager to see what it's all about. I found it on somebody else's Letterboxd list, and I was intrigued. I Googled what it was about, and that's what I found out. So I added it to my list. So technically it's really I have 30 movies and one random ass short, but I'm just counting it as part of my 31 things I'm watching. And last, I would say usually, but not least, but this is least because I've actually tried to watch this movie before, and my friend has watched it. My friend Kat, again, to mention her one more time, she's watched this and given it a half star. This is Saint from 2010, and I fell asleep the first time I tried to watch it. I tried to watch it again and fell asleep, and I don't doubt that it actually gets good and has good kills. Funnily enough, even though Kat gave it a half star and I fell asleep, it's listed on a lot of best holiday-themed movie lists. However, it didn't work for Kat when she watched the whole thing, and it didn't work for me, I think because I was tired the day I tried to watch it and rewatch it, but I don't know. I'm gonna give it a go, but if I have to drop a movie off my list, it will be this one. We will see. But I am gonna try, just to say that I've done it. I made Kat go through the torture of actually reviewing it, whereas I just gave up on it and never finished it. So now it's time to right my wrongs from the past and actually finish it and go all the way through. All I remember from the movie, the first time I tried to watch it, was there's a scene in which these young preteens, I guess they don't look like preteens. They look like full-blown 20-year-olds. But anyway, they're supposed to be 14, 15 years old. They have a gift exchange in school. Now, this is a foreign movie, so there's different sensibilities here, but they exchange presents, and someone opens a dildo, and the teacher just sees it, and he's like, yeah, haha, it's fun and games and stuff. But no, bitch, it's not fun and games. It's not. Anyway. That's all I remember about the movie. Dildos as presents in school. What the hell is going on in this movie? Alright, that is my full list. And wait, I actually didn't include Krampus. I thought it was on my list. I don't even remember my own list. No wonder I couldn't remember that I watched frickin' Silent Night, Deadly Night 5 just last year, because I can't even remember, even though I looked at this list last night, that Krampus was not on it. It's because I made a short where I did talk about the movie Krampus recently, and I thought it was on my list, but it's not. I have seen it before, but it would have been a rewatch, and I thought it was a rewatch on my list. It's not. Have you guys seen any of the movies I mentioned that I will be checking out this season? If so, let me know which ones down below. Any of the ones I haven't seen that you think I should prioritize, please let me know that as well. I'd love to know, because I will take your suggestions on what to prioritize seriously. And if you want to leave a comment just to let me know you are here but you don't know what to say, you could leave a cute little snowflake and film related emoji. So any kind of snow emoji, any kind of film emoji, either or both if you want, whatevs, it doesn't matter. I'm just really appreciative that you guys stop by to watch a video, especially ones that are long like this, and I'm hoping in the new year I will be doing more movie-related content, because I know not everyone likes it, but I love movies, and it's so great to get to talk about movies on my channel when I can, like this. Alright guys, but for this time, that is truly it for me. Till next time, you know what you can do. Keep on killing it. Bye guys.